Thank you. Hello, everyone. Just getting my script up. My name's Paul McAndrew from Aerofoil Energy, and today I'm going to talk about an invention that might sound a little bit odd because our technology is an invention which incorporates fitting aerofoils onto supermarket fridges. Bear with me, it does make sense in the end. What we're looking to do is solve a problem, and the problem that we're looking to solve is the vast amounts of energy that's consumed by supermarket fridges like the one that you see behind me that are across supermarket floors across all the country. What happens is cold air spills from these supermarket fridges, and that cold air has cost a lot of energy to make in the first place, so it's wasted, and it's what actually makes you feel very cold when you go shopping. So how do I change this slide? This one? Yeah. So to give you an idea of the sort of scale of the problem, supermarkets and convenience stores combined are thought to account for around about 8% of the UK's total energy consumption. Of that, refrigeration on its own accounts for around about 60% of the total energy consumption in a supermarket or convenience store. And of that, the cold air spill effect accounts for a further 60 to 65% of all that energy consumption. In the UK alone, there's 2,500 supermarkets and over 50,000 convenience stores. So you can imagine the energy consumption figures are absolutely vast. Globally, they tend to go sort of off the scale. What we've done is use the properties of aerofoils, which, as anyone who's in aerodynamics knows, can alter the airflow of a stream of air to basically keep the cold air in the fridge and stop it falling out. What our independent testing shows is that we're saving on average between 10 and 32% in energy consumption in commercial fridges. Now, obviously we only have a very strict 5 minutes, which I'm conscious of, so we're not going to go too far into technical detail, but what we wanted to show you was imagery of how the technology looks. And as you can see on the pictures to your right-hand side, basically it's an aerofoil which is fitted to a supermarket shelf, and it controls airflow and keeps it within the fridge. If anyone wants to look further into that, please come and see us afterwards and we'll go a little bit more into detail. A little bit about us, who we are. There's myself, obviously. We also have Dean Frost, who's the ex-managing director of space engineering and is a current MD of A1 Engineering Solutions. We've got Nick Burke, who is a former director of the World Bank. And one thing that people might have sort of had their eyes drawn to, we're also in a partnership with Williams Advanced Engineering. Williams are obviously known more for Formula One racing, also have a big advanced engineering section which looks at energy technologies. So we're partnered with Williams. And again, please come and see us afterwards if you want to understand more about that. Some milestones and achievements. Well, we began trading last year in July 2015. We were already receiving orders and we're continuing to actually sell the product in the UK to supermarket groups. We secured a slight surprise investment in December last year. So we've actually become self-funding in the UK, but we'll lead on to that later. We're engaged selling to or in trial stage with around 8 out of the top 10 supermarket and convenience store chains in the UK. I've only just realised the presentation's there and I don't need to keep looking up there. Hey. So we're also partnered or collaborating with 14 of the world's largest global OEMs. We also received an ECA accreditation, so we're on the government's energy technology list. Finalists in the RSE Cooling Awards, perhaps not relevant here. We're engaged in the US, Europe, Australia, China, and since writing this, also Russia and South Africa. And we've had global press coverage for the technology, which you can see there in the FT, Reuters and Fortune magazine. As you can see, as mentioned, we are self-funded now in the UK and self-sufficient, but what we're very keen to do is look for partnerships to try and exploit this technology globally. And so that's why we're here today. And I do beg your pardon, that's not me. And I'd like to thank you for your time, and I'm just in.